This is White Couch Conversations with your host, Lovey D. Everyone is welcomed. No one is a stranger. Come on in. Take a seat. Make yourself at home. Let's talk with wonderful hearts and beautiful minds. White Couch Conversation.
Hello, great evening, and welcome to White Couch Conversations. Today's segment we have with us none other than Jarvis Talley. Stay tuned as we welcome him to the White Couch. Good evening, and thank you for joining us today on White Couch Conversations with Lovey D. I am your host, Lovey D. And today we have with us Jarvis Talley. We'd like to welcome Jarvis to our show today. Jarvis, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us. Can you just kind of give us a little bit of background first on who is Jarvis Talley?
I always take myself back to my childhood. Jarvis Talley is a little boy that grew up in Arkansas. Country, humble, nothing to prove. But, in time, I kind of elevated into the person that I am today. And everything that happened in between that is a long road and journey. It can be boring for some, but I'm proud of the things that happened. So either way it goes, from beginning to end, I'm humble.
Okay, great. So what would you say was a moment from your past that molded you into the man that we see in front of us today?
If I had to define that, I couldn't do it in a single moment. It'd actually be two.
Well, give us maybe one or two brief moments that got you to where you are today.
I probably have to say the first moment was the divorce of my parents.
Okay.
Somebody say, as old as you are now, that shouldn't affect you, but it actually does. Because the second moment was, me going through my own first divorce.
Gotcha.
So those two moments right there were the two things that kind of shaped me into the person that I am
So
today.
how would you say the divorce of your parents, I believe you mentioned earlier on when we were having an off-camera discussion, how would you say that affected you as a child of dealing with that with your parents?
I guess because the unanswered questions are not being responsible, but at the same time, I had such a relationship with my dad and with my father. With my father that he knew that I wanted to be in his life and vice versa. And he did everything that he could. So I remember looking through the living room window and watching him being arrested. You know what I mean? Because he's coming, just let me see my son.
Right.
So I saw him, me physically being there to see him fight to see me was something kind of embedded deep within me. And the fact that, when I was taken off and wasn't able to even be in the same city or state, actually moved to California and on to Cleveland, then I became physically ill, to the point where his own separation was affecting me. And she said, that boy needs his daddy in his life, and I appreciate her for acknowledging that. So later on, when I was going through my own divorce, I said that would never happen, That's something that wasn't going to happen to me at all. The reason that I went through my divorce was because I lost my job. The MCI World Cup, whatever it was, broke. You know what I mean? And I remember I had saved up enough money to get this little raggedy. You know what a Nissan 240 is?
I do not.
It's loud. It had 3 gears, 1 windshield wiper, and a passenger window wouldn't roll.
I would have divorced you too.
But no, I saved up enough money to get that. And, when I got my divorce and my kids moved away from me, I was so feeling like they would be so disappointed to see me. And when I pulled up in Louisiana where they were, my daughter said, "Ooh, my daddy got a motorcycle." And all the kids ran out and they was like excited, you know what I mean? Like, "Ooh, look at it." And for me, I was at a humble low point. But to see in my daughter's eyes how proud she was to see me, and my son was little, him jumping through the passenger window, they wouldn't roll, they wouldn't roll up. He was jumping through the passenger window and they just hugging me, you know what I mean? So it let me know that you have to stay consistent with who you are. And it also taught me how to identify when I would shell up and get to them little dark places that I can come out of that. So yeah, so those, and that's that defines me.
Okay.
And remember when we started, I'm humble.
You're humble.
I was a humble man.
You're a humble man.
I was a humble
from,
man.
From Fordyce,
Fordyce, Arkansas.
All right. So, and you saying, speaking on your being divorced, so does it mean you're a much right man?
What does that mean, much?
A much right man. That means any woman, the first to the next, has as much right to you as the other one.
No.
So are you a much right man? That
No.
means, are you free? Are you single?
I was married.
You's married again.
I was married again.
All right, so ladies, he is off the table. He is off the market. He is not a much right man. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next question.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said the truth shall set you free, and I ain't trying to have no one that's broken out.
We don't want no one that's broken, no tire slash, ladies. He is not a much right man. He is not single. Okay.
Any fathers out there who are selfless, never forget that the work that you do, anything that you do, no matter if you receive any accolades or not, it doesn't matter. Father's Day is about just being a father, period, and loving your children and loving your family.
Thoughts and words of wisdom from one of the many dads who took part in that. That's Family Food Fest Atlanta.
So on to the next question, Jarvis. We would like to know, you spoke about a book. You have a book releasing coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about that.
Yeah, I come from, a poetic background.
Okay.
Where I would travel and do spoken word poetry for
Okay.
years, which involved me writing. My first book that I released was called No Candles. And so there was, years in between this next one. So next one is kind of a collection of stories.
Okay.
Intimate stories of the past and jealousy and drama, and I'm pretty sure you understand with ATL,
Yes.
SL, what
Yes.
y'all go through.
Yes.
That helped me put this book together called Soul.
Spell it.
S-O-L.
S-O-L.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Saul, he's a man, and I base it in Atlanta.
Okay.
He's a man who has it all.
Okay.
He has everything.
Is this
that
book
you-
based on you?
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that, yeah.
All right.
According to the church, this book ain't based on me.
Okay.
But no, this book isn't based on me specifically.
Okay.
But he's a man who has it all, from
Okay.
the finest clothes to the nicest cars to the corporate life. But then he comes across one woman where he usually has the gift of gab and the ability to coerce any woman.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And say the right words to get her what you want to do. But this woman, I ain't gonna tell too much of it, but this woman has him pegged from the beginning. He doesn't even know it.
Oh.
So she flips his life upside down, inside out, and turns Saul this small.
Whoa.
It's gonna be deep.
All right. Well,
But
we're
it's
definitely
also,
looking forward to that.
as a
Okay.
disclaimer, it's also very erotic.
You're very right. We like erotic novels
Yeah.
here on White Couch Conversations.
Oh,
We like
yeah.
erotic novels.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saul, so make sure you guys look for it. When can they actually be able to purchase that book? And where can they purchase the book?
I plan on doing a soft release
Okay.
in July.
July of
Yeah.
this year, 2019.
A soft
Okay.
release, but pre-editing is gonna be done by Zane Publishing.
Zane,
Yeah,
we should have
so
knew if it was erotica, Zane should be involved.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and she's got the open end for pre-editing and distribution. And all
Right,
that. So,
okay, so
it's gonna be so nasty. I'm sorry.
nasty, or just a little nasty?
It's good. No,
All
it's
right.
it's engaging and nasty, because if anybody's ever read my writing
Okay.
or heard any spoken poetry that I've done, then they understand that I do it in a tasteful manner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to reading Saul. And before we get done and get you off the White Couch today, we want to make sure everyone knows how to find you on your social media, as well as how they can get Saul. But we do have a few more questions for you before I let you go.
Okay.
I hate to pull a Cat Williams. You know what I mean? I hate for people to tell me who I should and should not be mad at. You know what I mean?
Right,
So I hate for, just because, someone brings up something from 10, 20 years ago or whatever, that now I'm supposed to be mad at this person. I think his purpose of vocalizing it wasn't to
I wonder
say
why he
that I'm
said it
racist.
anyway. Like, why he said it in an interview recently? Like this.
Well, I think
know.
he said it. He said it because he wanted to bring it to light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Meaning, I had this vision and I had this way of thinking, but I don't think like that anymore.
Right, so I do want to know, you're a cook.
Uh-oh.
You are a cook. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Wish we could have got some of that great food today on set,
Oh.
but we'll have another time. So tell us
let me
more
know.
about your cooking competitions, and are you still cooking?
Oh man, I love to cook.
All right.
You remember like the Hoodie Awards, right?
The Hoodie
Yeah,
Awards.
when the Hoodie Awards came out, they pitched this nationwide thing saying, we're looking for the best, backyard chefs or whatever.
Hilly Awards. It's with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They originally, it was originally Hoodie Awards, and they evolved it into the Neighborhood Awards.
Okay.
But so I went out, flew out to Vegas. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I didn't ship my stuff. I
Okay.
carried my box on the plane.
Okay.
And my little stuff in there,
Okay.
and I was ready.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got out in Vegas, man, and set up, and I took every single category that they
Okay.
had, first place.
Wow. All right. Well, big congratulations to you.
But then from there, I would, locally here in Atlanta, I've entered the Flavor of Georgia.
Okay.
Every year they have an event called Real Men Cook, and
Real Men Cook.
and that's evolved into Family Food Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, and last year I won first place in that.
All right.
Yeah, so
Pushing
your boy
up.
be cooking.
All
Yeah, I
right,
don't play.
okay.
So yes, real men do cook.
Real men do cook. All right. Well, we're definitely happy to hear real men do actually still cook.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love it. And I can tell you how the reason I got birthed and started in cooking, when I told you when I went back and started living with my dad, I was what you call a latchkey kid.
A latchkey kid.
Yeah.
Explain.
That's when your dad's at work or your parent is at work.
Okay.
And you have a key on a string, what I mean, around your neck. So you get home, you get in the house, you lock
Latch
the door.
and key.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
all
you
right.
don't come out that house until your parent gets home. So that
Okay.
was me. But by the time my dad would get home, I would have the house clean and I would have a meal prepared for him. It was just me and him. So he was like my guinea pig.
Oh.
So over the years, teaching myself to cook, I got better and better.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
That got you to win the competition at the Hoodie Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the one last thing I want to ask you before we move on to the next part of getting you over to their bar.
Oh, boy.
All right. Tell us about, you were actually in a strongman competition?
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because let me see. Wifey, don't get me.
Hey,
But
hey,
all
hey.
right. Okay. So tell us about you being in the strongman competition.
Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. Okay.
Yeah, and so when you're in the Marines, you go one direction or the other, and my MOS was infantry, so which meant that I was part of the Marines wrestling team.
And thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you very much. Thank you. But with that, it came a lot of strength training,
Okay.
and what I took away from that was, because I mentor young men and I mentor teens,
Okay.
I started teaching power boot camps.
Okay.
So I was teaching men how to, do the powerlifting and the strong,
Okay.
the strong stuff. And I ended up joining the Atlanta team for the National Strongman competition, which was based in Douglas, Georgia.
Okay.
So with that team, I competed in '07, and from the stones to the, farmers carry anything from 500 to 1,000 pounds you're responsible for, but I did that for a few years and ended up retiring because I started tearing body parts up.
Oh,
That didn't
Lord.
need to
That
be
age
tore.
caught up with
Yeah,
you.
man.
Your body started saying no more,
Yeah.
no more.
When you get a Ziploc bag full of medicine that you put beside your bed, it's time to get out of everything. I had to take ibuprofen to take ibuprofen.
Okay, I got you. Okay, well, Jarvis, it has been such a pleasure having you on the show today on White Couch Conversations.
Oh, thank
I
you
look
so
forward to getting you on that white couch
Thank you.
more often. But we would like to acknowledge that Jarvis is not just a host, not just a guest today on the White Couch. He's also our bartender on White Couch Conversations.
Right.
So we're going to move over to the bar while you watch these clips from some of Jarvis's recent work that he's done to let us see just how fabulous he is and why he won first place in the Hoodie Awards in his cooking competition. And we're going to sample these drinks as soon as we come back. Enjoy the clips. Thank you. Thank you, Jarvis.
Thank you.
Introducing first from Denmark, he is the Lone Star. This is it Tony Christensen? Yes, Tony Christensen. And the opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Arkansas, it's JARVIS TALLEY. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Will it be Tony? Or will it be Jarvis? Rapid, anything you want to say?
Gentlemen, please keep your eyes on your hands at all times and listen to my command.
All right, you guys ready? Nervous? Yeah.
All right, Jarvis.
All right, cheer on.
Jarvis.
We'll go back to 3, okay? That's to 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hold yourself.
Close your hand.
Just know if you got a fanny pack. That's awesome. All right, let's roll. Let's talk about quick side.
You got this, man.
Come on, Jarvis. Don't give up. Don't give up. Stay in there, Jarvis.
He's got to get a picture of him for his Instagram. This is going on his Instagram, his Snapchat, his Twitter, his Facebook, his MySpace, his Tinder. Here we go.
Yeah, Tinder.
Put your hands.
All right, make some steps.
How's that in here?
It's done. 41.
USA!
Quick side. Quick side.
Super fun!
All right. Tie at 1. This is it.
All right, gentlemen.
What do you think? Is it going to be Tony? What do you think, Tony?
Hold your head. Look at your head. Go.
Give me some real fight!
Tony Christensen. And then you have
Welcome back to White Couch Conversations with Lovey D. Once again, I am your host, Lovey D. And we're now joining our very own Jarvis Talley at the bar. Jarvis, what you mixing up for us today?
All right, I got today, we're gonna do Coca-Cola Escape.
Coca-Cola Escape. Tell us what's in it.
Oh, it's gonna be something that it's gonna kind of put you in the mind of a Caribbean feel. You're sitting in a cabana, you're looking at the ocean, you've got your drink in your hand, and the ingredients include a little coconut vodka, a little pineapple vodka. I got fresh coconut water. I got fresh pineapple juice, but I've also got some other, mixed in ingredients that is gonna make it delightful. I gotta
So, Coca-Cola Escape.
Coca-Cola
All right,
Escape.
so I'm so anxious and ready to try this drink because I definitely need a getaway, and I can do that with Jarvis's drink. So Jarvis, let's get started.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Blow me away.
All right, so I'm gonna start with the cherry and the pineapple in the bottom at first.
Okay.
And then what I do is I add a little pineapple coconut nectar.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
All right.
And then the reason you want that nectar because it gives you the fresh feel of really, you ever chopped over a coconut and then from the beginning, or even see them do it and see just how the juice is just fresh and flowing. It's more than just something that's processed.
All
so
right.
it gives you a better feel.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a little
And what do we have there?
pineapple soda.
Pineapple soda. Okay.
Yeah, it ain't gotta be that expensive soda. You can get a BK pineapple or whatever. But whatever you got.
right.
What I have is actually a Fanta.
Okay.
So you can get whatever you want. And this is a pineapple flavored soda.
Okay.
I like to do that because when you carbonate something a little bit, it allows it to mix a little smoother.
Give us a little bubbles.
Yeah, give you a little bubbles, get
Like
that,
a little bubbly.
that flavor feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But how many of y'all drink and know that you need to naturally hydrate? Coconut water is the best thing. You know what I mean? The electrolytes and everything. That's why you don't wake up. You can drink like these and don't get that hangover.
Because I'm definitely
Yeah, you
gonna
wonder
need
why?
this drink.
Yeah, somebody may wonder. You're doing a Coca-Cola Escape. You're in the
Okay.
sun, and it's beaming down on you, but you don't have that hangover effect because you're actually introducing electrolytes back into your body.
Right.
Yeah, that's like the
Nice
mad
to know.
scientist. And then I'm gonna add some pineapple vodka.
Pineapple vodka. Okay.
Yeah, a little coconut vodka.
So we got some pineapple vodka and coconut vodka.
Yeah, coconut vodka.
All right.
And lastly, because I want the juices to mix perfectly,
Okay.
could have did the pineapple juice itself.
Okay.
But sometimes I like that juice straight off of those pineapples. How
All
about
right.
that? All right.
Okay.
What you think about that?
So far, so good.
So far,
I
so
cannot
good.
wait.
And
Cannot
what
wait.
would it be if you out in the sun and you look at the ocean without just a little ice?
All right.
You know, that's something that I didn't make. I ain't create this. This ain't
you
did
didn't
nobody.
create the ice.
Nobody did this but God. So I got to give him credit for that.
Well, we thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you, God.
Thank you, God. Hey, it's good when you can thank the Lord for a drink.
Yes.
And here what we have, final touch, final taste,
All right.
little fruit delight in there. And what we have
Ooh,
is
that looks
a
so
Coca-Cola
delicious.
Escape.
Coca
Ready for
Cola
that?
Escape. Okay. Oh my God. Amazing. Guys, you have got to make this drink at home. Very reasonably priced for all the ingredients you put in, right?
Oh, very reasonable.
All the ingredients are reasonably priced. Amazing drink. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. All right. I'm going to finish my drink. And in the meanwhile, amazing drink, Jarvis. Thank you. So in the meanwhile, we're going to finish our drinks. We want you guys to definitely go back, watch those amazing clips that we posted previous to coming to the bar. Tell us what you think. Chime in. Jarvis, where can they find you on your social media?
Oh, best place to find me is Mr. Talley on Facebook. I'm always there. Mr. Talley 357 on Instagram. Either one, reach out to me. I got you.
All right. And you can find us every day. White Couch Conversations on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram at The Real White Couch Conversations. And of course, you can always follow me, your girl, Lovey D, on Facebook. And I'm also The Real Lovey D on Instagram. Thank you guys once again for joining us on another segment of White Couch Conversations. You can find us here every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you once again for joining us, and have a great evening. Cheers.
All right.
Great drink. Next time on White Couch Conversations.
Well, my suggestion would be definitely to get in class.
Okay.
Because class is what's going to ultimately be the factor that's going to get you to go where you're trying to go.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's one thing to have natural ability, you know, which a lot of people have natural ability, but it's tools that you need to carry, you know, to carry yourself to that next level. Okay. You know.
Thanks for watching. If you or someone you know is interested in being a guest on White Couch Conversations, we love to hear from you. Email us at whitecouchconversations@gmail.com or give us a call, 678-772-2987.
You can join me on Facebook at White Couch Conversations. You can join me on the White Couch on our Instagram at The Real White Couch Conversations. Also on our Twitter at White Couch Conversations. Also be sure to join me on the White Couch by subscribing to our YouTube channel, White Couch Conversations. Be sure to subscribe and like and share the videos. Thank you.
Let's get social. Check out our website. We be steady mob. TheAbrahhood.com. Follow and like. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Abrahhood.
I need to know what's going on.
Welcome to The Abrahhood.
Hey, guess what? I got a new show coming out, Grown Folks Conversations with Mr. Talley. So if you ever hung out with me in the past, guess what? This is going to be a lot crazier. You know some of the conversations that we've had. This one right here, the kids awake. This is for grown folks. Conversations with Mr. Talley. Tune in.
Thank you and welcome back. On today's segment, we had none other than Jarvis Talley, whom you have also seen is our fabulous bartender. We want to thank Jarvis for coming on the show and expressing to us how you never give up on your dreams, how you always shoot for the stars. No matter how big the goal, no matter how big the dream, you can always accomplish it. Never let anyone cause you to give up on your dreams or say you can't do it. As Jarvis has shown us on today's segment of White Couch Conversations, give it your all and you will succeed. Thank you again for joining us on White Couch Conversations. We'll see you back here, same time, for another episode.